Our reality show.
Exactly.
The very cheap edition.
Yes, exactly. All right. Can anybody hear me? Let's see. So hopefully everybody can. So welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jana Francis. I'm the founder of babySTEALS.com, and it is babySTEALS birthday week. Woohoo! And we're here to party and talk to our friends and fans and customers and any questions you have, and just sort of, have girl talk. So anyway, we have a blast doing these. We used to do these all the time until the chat provider we used started playing ads all the time, and it was freezing everybody's computers and phones, and it was kind of a mess. So we're now just rallying back, and we're using YouTube on Air to create this, and so I think that it should be fun. It's 38 seconds. There it goes. Yep. Delay. Okay. So just so everybody knows, there's a 38-second delay. So when you can ask a question a few ways. If you would like for me to answer a question, then post it on the Facebook page where you saw the link to come visit us here at steals.com/live. So, and that would be the Facebook post on the babySTEALS Facebook page. So that's where you will ask a question, and Angela Fairbanks, who you'll see in a minute, is keeping an eye on that, and she will post those questions to me so that I'll be able to answer everybody's questions. So that's the way we're going to roll with that today. And as you see on steals.com/live, there is some commenting functionality below my video, and you can also ask a question there, but it might not be noticed as fast as it would be on our Facebook page. So hopefully that makes sense. So while I wait for some questions, while the live chat's up with real time, what I wanted to tell you guys is that you have to visit our YouTube channel for babySTEALS. We have 3 especially adorable videos that we've posted just this week that are hilarious and fun and cute and just amazing. And we're really proud of them. So one of them is The Birth of a Steal, and it's starring my Jane, and it's super sentimental that she's in it because she is the whole reason that this entire website exists, because I had the concept to start this website when I was pregnant with her. So it's horrible, but that now she's posing as the junior president of babysteals.com in this video. And Angie's little boy, Zach, is the photographer, and all the other babies in the video as well are our employees' kids. And then one of the little girls is my niece, too. So it's super cute. Tawny, who's also here with me today, created it, and it's just as cute as can be. So that's one. There's another one that is just a bunch of adorable babies that their mommies work here, and that's for the birthday week. And then we have another one for the Steal Today, and the baby books, which, by the way, are awesome. If anybody has any questions about those, you can ask Angie through the Facebook page, and we can show you the product because we have some here. So that particular one is our buyer for one of our buyers, and our merchandising, or like our whole purchasing director. Her name's Kristen Romero, and it's her baby. So it's their 2 babies, and they're doing a mock scene of Pride and Prejudice, and it's absolutely hilarious. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. So make a little note to check out our YouTube channel if you haven't already, youtube.com/babysteals, and you'll be able to watch those hilarious and adorable videos. And we're really, really proud of them. And if you wouldn't mind giving them a like on YouTube, or sharing them with your friends or anybody that you want, or just anything that you feel relevant, we appreciate that so much, because that is really what keeps our fun website going. 6 years in, we still rely on what we call the word of mom to spread our message and spread the word of our company. And since we're passing on such amazing deals to our customers, what we don't have the money to do is do traditional marketing like many e-commerce companies do, where they're bombarding the internet with display advertisement, and that brings huge amounts of people to their website. And we don't have the funding to do that, on purpose, by the way, which is a completely different story, but we really rely on giving the customer such a great experience that they're compelled to tell someone else about it. and that's gotten us here 6 years in, and we really appreciate those, because that's one of the reasons why we take our customers so seriously, and that we take the customer experience so seriously, is because we know everyone that comes to our website found out about us from a friend, a neighbor, a sister, a mom, somebody that they know. And that's a personal referral, and that means the world to us. And that's one of the main reasons why we take our customers' experience so seriously. So anyway, let's see if we have any questions. So one of the common questions we get asked is how are steals. So I'm going to answer that question right now. So how we get our steals. There are a lot of different ways that we get our steals, and since it's babySTEALS' 6th birthday this week, I'll kind of go back in time a little bit. But originally, we got our steals when the company was small. It was seriously just me that was out handpicking things that I personally loved and begging the manufacturers to become a steal on babysteals.com. And when I did that, it was because there was something about that product that I loved. And so originally it was me simply scouring the internet myself, looking for what I thought was amazing and cool and interesting and had a story and had some great value proposition beyond just being in a big box store. So that was the original purpose, was that I was out looking for it myself. But of course, it grew. That was impossible to do myself. So we started to bring in buyers that help us do that. And fast forward to 6 years now, we have a team of, I'm sure I'm going to say the number wrong, but 12 buyers, I think it is. I think 12 buyers. There's at least 2 per website that do nothing all day but shop. And you'll see that displayed really well in the Birth of a Steal video, where we basically say the buyers get paid to shop all day, and it's totally true. They do. They do very similar things to what I used to do, which is scour the internet and magazines and blogs, anywhere that that we think is interesting, and they reach out to the manufacturer if it's something that we think our audience would love. And what we also like to say, and I've said this several times lately, is we do not buy customers for our products. We buy products for our customers. And what that really means to us is just curation. We really go above and beyond to make sure that whatever it is we're buying as a steal is something that our customers are going to love and will be useful to them. So nowadays, half of our steals, I would say, come because the company contacted us. And that's happened for years, even very early on, where companies would hear about us and they would send us their product submission and send us an email and say, hey, we really want to become a steal. And I would say less than half of those companies ever do become a steal, and that's probably because they either didn't have enough inventory for our awesome audience, or because it just wasn't something that we felt was high quality enough for our customers, or there's a myriad of reasons why something doesn't become a steal, but about, I would say, less than half of those that come to us become a steal, although we love that. I prefer that. We love getting product submissions and ideas from and emails from brands. But our customers give us tons of referrals, and then our buyers really reach out and contact those manufacturers very, very quickly and check into that as well. And then the other thing is just our buyers really being in tune with the industries and what's hip and cool and trendy. And I'm going to admit that quite often something isn't hip, cool, or trendy until it's been on a steal site, and then all of a sudden it is. And it's kind of fun to say that after all these years. There's some brands that we've had on that has never, ever been sold in a retail store before, and we were really the first place it was for sale. And again, that's only because we loved that product for whatever reason. We fell in love with the quality and felt like this had a unique proposition to our customers, and that's why we made it a steal. And sometimes when that happens, they become such phenomenons that it's hard for us to even get it at a steal anymore. But that's one of the cool things about our website, is that we support so many mompreneurs around the United States and Canada that create these amazing products but don't have a platform of which to advertise them because they're either newer or they just don't have the money to advertise, kind of like us, and they really rely on word of mouth. And so that's one of the things I'm most proud of 6 years in, is that we have single-handedly made some of these individual brands, I don't want to say famous, but I do want to say made them into the really sustainable businesses that they are. And that's not necessarily because of us, but it's because of our customers that fall in love with the products too. They believe us, they believe what we say about it, and take a risk and buy it, and then love it themselves, and then share it with all their friends, and become fans of the brand, and really evangelize these brands that we promote on babySTEALS and all the STEELS sites. So anyway, that was a long way to answer the question, but how we get our STEELS is really varied, and again, it's a mixture of people that write into us and people that we write to. We really go after some things that we love, and sometimes it takes years for us to make it a STEEL. The biggest thing that helps us secure products as STEELS is our customers, and the size of our customers, the amount of our customers, and how active they are in our community. So the more you do to communicate with us and our brands, the better deals we can get you. So anyway, that is that question. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, another common question, why do I have to pay for shipping? Okay, so I'm going to select this question. All right, so another common question we get is, why do I have to pay for shipping? So that's a very good one. We have a really big issue here at steels.com with doing what we call baking and shipping. And what that would mean is that we in advance calculate what the shipping cost for that product will be to send it to from California all the way to Canada, and then we do some mathematical equations to figure out on average what it's going to cost to ship, and then we take the price we were willing to give it to, and then we upcharge it, meaning we could make our deals 20% off or 15% off or 25% off, whatever it looks like at the time with the shipping, and then say it's free shipping. We could do that all day long, and people would perhaps love the fact that they're not paying shipping, but the reality is they really are. There is no such thing as free shipping online. I know that e-commerce stores, like one of my favorites, Amazon, there's many ways you can get free shipping, like either spending a certain amount or buying into Prime, which is now I think $100. But there really is no such thing. It's always, always, always baked into the price in some way, because e-commerce would not exist if shipping was really free, because it is not. It costs a lot of money. I can't think of the tens of millions of dollars that our company has spent with USPS and DHL and Federal Express and you name it. So no such thing. And what we really like to do is be transparent. Here is the shipping cost, and here is the steel price. And they have no relation to one another. And that, at the end of the day, gives the customer a much better deal every single time. Because, again, we could average out what shipping is, but the people in Utah or California or the West Coast are going to have to pay more money, even though they think they could think they're getting free shipping. They're really paying more for the product overall than they would with our 40 to 80% off discount plus shipping, because we're kind of playing with it. And we could do that, and to be honest, I've been very tempted. Every time somebody is frustrated with shipping, I am tempted to do that every single time. But at this point, we just can't get ourselves to do it, because transparency is a big deal for us. So that's another long way to answer your question, but hopefully that explains how we roll with shipping at steels.com. The other cool thing for us too is that we really work hard with our shipping suppliers to get the best deal, and we pass that on to our customers. And there was a huge rate hike in January of 2013 to Canada, and by USPS, and our team rallied and worked their tails off to start negotiating with other suppliers, and now our shipping to Canada is better than it's ever been. It's it's very fast, it has tracking, and it doesn't charge any additional fees when it gets to your door, and so we're really proud of that as well. So shipping is just the reality for e-commerce sites, but again, we have trouble here being a little bit secretive with what that costs, because it is what it is, and we really want the customer to get the best deal possible. So it's just tough with other e-coms that make it free. But again, like I said earlier, there is no such thing as free shipping. E-commerce would not exist if it was. So that's that question. Let's see. So another question, is there anything new in babySTEALS' future technology or updates? Ooh, that's a good one. So I'm really excited because there are so many things coming up in the near future that they blow my mind, so I hope they do too for you guys, and I couldn't be more excited about them. They've been a long time coming. Our engineering team is working so hard on them. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7. I believe 7. Sorry if I have the number wrong, but engineers that are unbelievable and work very hard to create these things. So what will be coming out? Well, I guess I can't really say, can I? I guess I can't say. I shouldn't say. But definitely keep an eye out, because we have some unbelievable features that will accomplish a few things. And I'm really trying to think of a way that I can phrase it without giving it away. Help me, girls. I think what I could possibly say is it will increase your engagement on our website by a lot, and that doesn't really give it away either, but maybe what I could say is that you will have, let's just say that you come to check the steel on a particular day and it wasn't for you at that time, or it was, but after that, it's not like, okay, try again tomorrow or tonight. It will be, you'll have a whole lot more things to do should you choose to do it. And then perhaps certain results of those things will benefit you in many ways. So I think that's my hint on that. But it will be really exciting, and the goal there is to really give our customers a way to connect further with us and connect with each other as well. So I couldn't be more excited about it. It's we've worked on it for a long, long time. So anyway, that's that question. All right, let's see. What else have we got here? So if you haven't noticed the Pride and Prejudice books and all the other books by Baby Lit on babySTEALS today, you should definitely check it out. They're an amazing deal, and I believe all those will start to ship on Friday or Saturday of this week, and so you should get them pretty quick. And again, check out that video if you didn't see it already. So what do you think, girls? What else have we got here? We good? All right, cool. Facebook. Okay, cool. All right, we're about 30 seconds behind, so I apologize for the delay. But apparently there is one more quick question, and we will check that out now. Okay. How many employees, all right, here's the question. How many employees do you have, and how big is your warehouse? That's a good question. So we have 60, I believe 60 or 61 employees here at steals.com. All of them, minus 2, live in Utah and work here at steals.com full-time. So we have some of our employees work from home part of the time, but the majority of them are here every day. And 77% of our staff are moms, so that's a really interesting factoid. Right? No, not moms. I'm sorry. Not moms. Women. 77% of our staff are women. I don't know the percent of our staff that are moms, but a lot of them are, because we've granted over 35 maternity leaves in the last, I think it's 2 or 3 years. I'm sure I'm off just a little bit on that stat, but that's pretty amazing, and that's a lot of babies. And that's one reason why we have such adorable models. So, so that's how many employees we have. How big is our warehouse? Our warehouse is 30,000 square feet. And if you've ever been to Salt Lake City, we are about 8 minutes from the Salt Lake City International Airport, right off the freeway. And you can see our signs in 3 different buildings at night especially, lit up beautifully along the west side of I-215. We have a Steel Network We Enjoy sign, and then there's another building that has a really, really big babysteals.com and kidsteals.com sign. So it's kind of fun to drive by at night. So at our warehouse here, we've got photography, and actually I'm in the photography studio right now. You probably recognize this blue wall in many of our pictures on She Steals and Baby Steals especially. And we've got our receiving department and our shipping department, and our headquarters and all that kind of jazz. But everything that we sell on our website comes in and out of this building, so we're extremely, extremely proud of that. Let's see here. All right, another question is, all right, next question is, why did you start babySTEALS? So that is an interesting question because it's very sentimental for me 6 years in. So when I was pregnant with my third child, and she was a girl, and I had 2 older boys, and it had been 6 years since I had had a baby. And I also worked full-time in the media here in Salt Lake City. I don't know if any of you have heard of KSL, News, Radio, and Television, which is the NBC affiliate here in Salt Lake, but I had been there for a little over 7 years. Anyway, I went on maternity leave with my first daughter and my third child, and she was, of course, adorable. And I desperately wanted to stay home with her because I had been in the career world for over 15 years and wasn't able to stay home with, well, that's not necessarily true, but I worked very, very, I worked a lot, and it's really hard to leave the house and leave your kids with somebody else or drop them off somewhere, as many working moms know, which ironically I do to this day. But so I wanted to stay home with my daughter, and that was one motivation for wanting to start my own business, which I had never considered before that ever. And then when I went back to work and I'm shopping online for my daughter, which was, believe it or not, shopping online at the time was very infantile, if you will, and it was just a picture and a price. There really wasn't any meaning or any story or any description, and I was really searching for that. I wanted the latest and greatest products, but I wanted to know why this diaper bag versus this one, and give me the ins and outs of what's hip and cool and trendy. And I was so a little bit overwhelmed just kind of scouring the web for all of this, because I was a full-time mom, I worked full-time, and I also had 3 kids. So, of course, we're all full-time moms. But anyway, I assumed that there was a website that would spoon-feed you what was the latest and greatest in small doses. And I really was looking for a website that just once a day sent me interesting information about something unique and something cool for baby. But I wanted it at a really screaming deal, because I was the termed by my friends the .com princess, and I always knew the cheapest place to get the coolest stuff online. So I had to have a good deal too. But I looked and I looked and I looked for this website, and I couldn't find it. So once I realized the website didn't exist, I decided to create it. So that is essentially why I started babysteals.com. And it's kind of sentimental, like I said earlier, why, that was 6 years ago that it actually started. It was April 28, 2008. But I had been working on it for 18 months. Jane, my daughter, who, by the way, is in the Birth of a Steal video, which is on our babySTEALS YouTube channel at youtube.com/babysteals. It's adorable and so cute. So that is Jane, and she's now 7, and she actually turns 8 on Friday, which is also very sentimental to me. And so she was. It took me a full 18 months to even go from concept to creation. So I'm super happy I did. So that is why I started babySTEALS. All right, let's see here. What else do we have? Oh, All right, another question is your business partner your husband, and how do you work together and get along? So my business partner is not my husband. We are both married, but not to each other. And my business partner's name, I'm sure you've seen it before if you've watched our site. It's pretty close, but his name is Rhett Clevenger. And 3 weeks before I was ready to launch the website, he and I went to lunch and walked out of that lunch full business partners. And there's a really long story behind that, and but he was one of the smartest people I had ever met in media over several years of us being, we didn't work together, but we were, I guess I would say, associates in that our companies were working together. But he's our CEO to this day, and he's my best friend and awesome, and one of my best friends. I have several. I'm sure you know that. Well, maybe you know that the signing time lady, for lack of a better way to describe her, Rachel Coleman, is my best friend. So it's kind of fun that that's another kind of fun, unique story for another time. But anyway, we have fun. So so Rhett Clevenger is my business partner. He's not my husband. And how do we work together and get along? So we share an office at steals.com. So we obviously spend a lot of time together, although usually focused on completely different things throughout the day. Me doing my side of the business and him doing his side of the business. But we also, have to do a lot of meetings together, of course. People call us RJ at work because it's just an easier way to say Rhett and Jana, I suppose. But I'm really lucky. We get along really, really, really good, to the point that our families hang out off hours a lot. We go on lots of vacations together, and so it's kind of cool. In fact, Rhett has a little boy named Nash, who is my daughter Jane's best friend. And if you want to see some adorable pictures of them, there's a hashtag that I use when I post pictures on Instagram of them, and it's hashtag Adventures of Jane and Nash. So if you want to check out some adorable pictures of my daughter and Rhett's son, that's that. And they're super cute. So let's see. All right. A question. All right, here we go. So we have a question from Mary. She says, I know you feature a lot of new up-and-coming entrepreneurs. Why has that been important to you? Okay, so I hope I don't cry when I say this, because it means a lot to me that we're able to do this. But what's most important to me is that we buy amazing products for our customers. So again, like I said earlier, we don't buy customers for our products, meaning we don't buy a bunch of stuff and go out and try to acquire a whole bunch of new people for it and customers. We do the opposite, where we very specifically pick products that we think our customers are going to love. And quite often, I hope I'm not offending any men out there, but the reality is women are amazing inventors for women's products for babies and kids. So that's just how it is. And we've been very fortunate enough to have an amazing buying team that really knows the difference between, and I'm just going to say it, crappy product that's manufactured in bulk in many other places, or really unique, interesting things that that have a very interesting value proposition for our customers. So sometimes those things collide and are the same. I'm not bagging on things that are mass-produced in other places, because we certainly sell those things as well, as long as we feel like it is an amazing product and a high-quality product, and we can bring it to you in good volume at a great steal. But I will be honest in saying that it is very difficult sometimes to feature new and up-and-coming entrepreneurs, because since anytime, this is maybe a little bit of inside information, but anytime we feature a product that people haven't seen before, our sales are nowhere near what A, we need them to be, and B, what they would be if we had featured it before. And so it's quite scary for us to do it as well, because we've got 60 employees here in Salt Lake and a 30,000 square foot warehouse, and it takes us a lot to keep this operation rolling. And when we do feature something that is newer and not very well known, sometimes we struggle. Other times we don't at all, and it goes crazy, and it's great. But that's the most difficult / interesting part of our business for us on the inside, which is, how's this going to sell? Is this going to do well? And you know, are people going to love it? And what undoubtedly happens is that once people get the product and they've used it and seen it, felt it, touched it, and tried it on, they love it. And when we feature it again, what we really hope happens is that the fans that bought it before will be very generous in their feelings about it and share that with our customers. And by the way, as I mentioned earlier about some tech stuff coming up, that's going to be much, much easier coming up this summer, I hope. So that's another cool thing. So, but why has it been important to me? I guess I would say I know how hard it is to start a business, and I know how hard it is to get off the ground. And so it's really, I told you I might cry. I'm not crying. I'm just getting emotional. But it's really a fun thing to get the emails later. Especially, I don't see a lot of them anymore, but our buying staff does. That, you know, that brand got 2,000 new fans in one day, or that they got 60 new orders from retailers around the U.S. Because quite often, some of these products that we find that we love aren't for sale in any boutique yet. And many times they are too, but they just don't have the distribution they want. So it's really fun. And quite honestly, sometimes they get more benefit from being a steal on babySTEALS or Kid or Scrapbook Steals or She Steals than they do traveling across the world, leaving their kids, and working at a trade show all week, which are exhausting. So I hope that answers your question, but that was a really good question. Thank you. All right, let's wrap this up. One last question. I think we have one here. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one. So how do I juggle running a business with being a mom? Well, that's a tough one. It is really difficult. One of the things that I do with my family is I make breakfast a really big deal because, to be honest, you know, it's 6 o'clock here in Utah, and I'm here at steals.com, and so my family's obviously at home. I'm not sure what they're having for dinner, but hopefully my husband's making them something good. So I am able to sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes make breakfast a big deal. So I love to cook. I love, love, love to cook. So weekends and breakfasts and stuff are really fun for us. So we make that the big meal of the day. But the nice thing about running my own business is that I have the flexibility to be where I need to be and do what I need to do for my kids. So the doctor's appointments and the school plays and whatever else that is, I'm able to pick up and go whenever I need to. And I quite simply did not have that flexibility in my previous job or jobs at all. So it's nice to be able to have that as well. So hopefully that answers your question. But yeah, that's one of my tips that I do is make breakfast a big deal, and I'm always able to put Jane in a super cute outfit and do her hair fun and get her off to school in the morning. So do we have any other questions, ladies? We're good? All right. Well, thank you for joining us. If you made it this far, you're a hero. And thank you for watching our live chat. Thank you for being our customer. And the biggest compliment you could ever give us is by telling a friend about steals.com. So thank you very much. Have a great day. We love ya.